Carter says he told Nicole absolutely everything about his affair, but Nicole disagrees and says he's still lying and there's more that he's covering up.
When I confronted Carter, Carter tried to tell me he had no idea what the picture was, what I was talking about. Absolute, utter denial.
First, I did lie, and then slowly told her more and more and more.
He insists that he doesn't know what this guy's name is.
I swear to God, I don't know his name.
I don't believe for a minute that he doesn't know this guy's name. I don't believe for a hot minute. He just has his phone number. But he's had his phone number for 17 years. Who does that? Who does that? Hey, I'm gonna hook up with this guy again. I'm having troubles. We're not having a great marriage right now. What? It's all just insanity. It doesn't make any sense. I ask, then you had sex with this other man? No, Carter tells me only thing we did was and sex toys. What Carter tells me is that it's just a sexual release. That's it. The sexual thing, who gives a who it is?
Because I felt comfortable with him 17 years ago or 18 years ago, and that's why.
I don't believe that for one flippin' minute. I asked Carter if he thought he was gay, and he said, no, I am not gay. What I don't understand is if Carter is attracted to men, why not just come out and be gay?
Now, you believe 100% he's not telling you the truth.
He's absolutely not telling me the truth. I believe 100%, yes.
And let me tell you, my focus here is on the transaction between the two of you. I don't know whether he's gay or not. I think the worst thing in the world that you can do is force somebody to come out if they're gay, if they're not ready to, they're not in the circumstance that they want to do it, it's not the time that they want to do it. I mean, that's totally up to him. And it would be very disrespectful if he was to force that and cause him to do it when he's not ready to do it. But that's not the issue here. It may be an issue to you, of course it is. But the issue is he lying to you? Is he betraying you? Is he cheating on you? Is he now telling you the truth? Can marriages survive infidelity? Yes, they can. But it requires transparency and discussion and just really being honest with each other about what's going on.
Right.
Let's take the fact that it's a man out of it. Just that he is being intimately involved, physically involved with someone else. It is a betrayal either way.
Right, and lies, just all.
Right, and you believe that he is lying to you.
I do.
He's told you that he's been involved with this individual for off and on for 18 years and never picked up their name?
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
I do not.
Okay. Well, I mean, because you'd think that would come up in
Right.
casual conversation or something, right?
Right. Yeah.
That doesn't seem credible to you.
No.
And the other man won't answer your calls, right?
He will not.
And you think that's because there's a bigger secret there?
I do. I think this guy's got something going. I think there's some deep stuff.
Now, he was involved with this person before your wedding, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, and you've been married how long?
17 years.
So this predates the marriage because they've been
Correct.
knowing each other for 18 years.
Correct. Or
Okay.
longer.
And supposedly they were involved for 7 or 8 months 18 years ago.
7 or 8 months.
Well, he apparently has told you something different. Are you being completely honest and transparent with her about what you're doing?
Yes.
Well, because you're telling us a different set of facts than you're telling her in terms of how you met and when you see this person and...
7, 8 months before we met, you said it was a hookup, drunk hookup.
I told her that it was at a bar. That I met him at a bar. That wasn't true.
And a couple times. It happened a couple times. 7, 8 months.
It wasn't every day, though. It was a couple times through the 7, 8 months. It was on and off during the winter season.
On and off. Can we define what on and off really is?
Look, there's not a dance card or a scorecard here. She's wanting to know how involved you are in this situation and if you're being transparent with her.
On and off was maybe a couple weeks in a row, and then nothing for a couple weeks, and then maybe nothing for a month, and then maybe a couple weeks in a row. That's
And
how
you don't know his name.
No, I do not. I never asked.
So you don't know his name. You don't know anything about him. I mean, he could be married. He could be a criminal. He could be a sex offender for all you know. You don't.
Correct.
You know nothing about him.
Right.
And I thought you went on Craigslist looking for him. You just went on Craigslist looking for someone for some companionship in the men seeking men section.
Maybe I was looking for him. Maybe he was out there, so I was looking at other men seeking men out there.
Went on Craigslist looking for
Maybe.
someone, anyone for companionship.
To see if he was out there, because that's how I found him the first time, and I was comfortable with him the first time.
That's not what they say that you said.
His point is, you've not been easy to live with, and your attitude is you don't deny it, you don't make excuses for it, and if he had left you, you wouldn't blame him. But if that's the case, leave you, don't do this. That's your point?
And don't tell me that you love me and that you want to be with me. I can never believe a word out of your mouth again, ever.
Do you think this whole marriage has been a sham?
Apparently, because don't know this man who is supposed to be sharing our life together, lying from, I guess not the beginning, but really from the beginning.
Well, again, this is not about whether he's gay or whether he's not, but I can tell you that people evolve across time. Their awarenesses evolve, their connection to themselves and who they are evolves across time. And trust me, there are people that start into relationships believing one thing, and as time goes on, their acknowledgement of who they are and their awareness has changed. So that doesn't mean that this has been a bait and switch or something from day one, or that it is now. But I understand. That's why I said, that aside, you feel a sense of betrayal, whether it's with a man or a woman, doesn't matter. That part aside, you feel a sense of betrayal here.
Are you confused at all about your sexuality?
You know, I think I am, yes. I don't believe I'm gay. I just wasn't getting the sexual relationship from my wife that I had.
Why do you think you ended up with a man?
I just didn't want to deal with a woman at the time, in case I got her pregnant, in case I didn't call her back. I just wanted to get my sexual release and just move on.
What is it about a man that you enjoy?
It was, I don't know how to explain it. I knew he was there.
Uh-huh.
I basically would go in.
But you have no insight as to what about him turned you on?
No. At the time, you know, I was single, lonely. I was drinking a lot. I was probably depressed. I was probably, I don't know. Then I met my wife, Nicole, and there was nothing for years. And then whatever triggered my mind again, lonely, depressed, I don't know.
But wait, a lot of.
And then I was looking for a man to get that release again. just because I was afraid I might get caught easier if I found a woman.
Do you think it's wrong to be gay?
No, I don't.
Could you be in a relationship with a man if you were single?
No. I like women. I don't know. I just don't think I could.
How'd you enjoy sitting down with Coach Mike?
It was good. Very nice, friendly.
Did you take anything away from it? Did it cause you to think about anything that you hadn't thought about before?
Oh, yeah. That I need to figure out why. You know, and there's, like he said, I think there's like a missing piece, and I need to delve into the bottom of that in my brain and figure out what that missing piece is, and you know, come to the conclusion on why.
Okay. And I said, I've got a pivotal question for you, and so I want you to take a breath here and really listen to what I'm asking you here, because I think this is a real threshold moment for you. You have to make a decision to really come fully, transparently clean with this woman about everything. Your reflexive answer is, I'm telling her everything. No, you're not.
It's gonna hurt a lot worse if you don't just bottom line it and tiptoe around it.
You're telling me you've been involved with this man 18 years and don't know anything about him, don't know his name, don't know anything about him.
Right, I don't.
That is irresponsible. If that's true, I would rather you be a liar. I wanted to know who this person was, and it didn't take very long to find out, because I had a private investigator confirm the phone number that you've been communicating with that belongs to this man, and it's interesting. He confirmed that the phone number that Carr's been communicating with belongs to this man that we found, and he has a voicemail, and the voice on it is a man that's about the age that this person would be. You says the fling ended 18 years ago, which is 2001, because the man left the area. Well, actually, he did leave the area because he went to jail in 2001. And he's been in jail 7 of the last 14 years. The man was released from prison about 4 years ago. You reconnected about 4 years ago. That him?
Yes.
Thought so. Do you know why he's in jail?
I didn't know he went to jail, no.
Well, you can learn a lot about him on the sex offender registry. Count 1, causing a child between 13 and 18 to view sex. Count 2, exposing genitals to a child. Misdemeanor A. They dismissed that on the prosecutor's motion when he pled to the other thing, and he's on the sex offender registry until 2024. So that's 20 years on the sex offender registry. There are 7 questions you need to ask yourself to determine if your cheating partner deserves a second chance. Number 1, is this an isolated event or a pattern? Number 2, does your partner own his or her bad behavior or make excuses for it? Number 3, does your partner have insight into how he or she has hurt you? Number 4, is your partner sorry for his or her choice or sorry he or she got caught? Number 5, is your partner willing to change or is he or she in denial? 6, is this out of character or does your partner have an insensitive gene? 7, is this a legacy or a new behavior? Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.